Here we go. We are on the island. We got the sea just to the left and right. We are on the Isle of Wight. Hello, welcome back. Today we are on the White Isle, that is the Isle of Wight, starting the maize campaign on the island. Let's have a look at what we're doing. Today we are on the Isle of Wight. We could not be any further south. It is a first for me coming here. I've never been, I've been over here a few times as a kid, but never actually been over as an adult. And it's the first time I've been over with this company. I've been here 5 years now, but they have recently bought another 1,000 acres over here, and you just don't have the staff. So you send in the big guns. We have the Challenger again, but this time I'll get you out of the sun. This time we have the Sumo Trio, which is what I was talking about in the spring cultivation video. This is much more suited to this machine. She is 5.5 meters, weighs about 10 tons, and yeah, you can definitely feel, the Challenger can definitely feel this. So as you can see, it looks slightly different. It's still sort of the same principles. We still have a set of subsoiler legs, but this time we have a double row. I think there's another 2 to 4 legs on this. Again, we have 2 rows of discs, and just like the heaver. And then we also have the packer roller on the back. Again, just like the heaver. But unlike the heaver, underneath this tarpaulin, we have a seat box. So you can see we have some tubes coming down where we can just look under here. There's a gap on that plate, so they're what you call little, like, I don't know, splash plates. where air will then blow through, throw out the seed, and then we roll it in behind. So it's like a one-pass ultimate machine where we can rip up ground, disc it in, roll it, and put seed down. The soil over here is predominantly sand. Like, you look at that, that is just sand, it just crumbles. So with this, I'm not really feeling it. There's no real strain on the Sumo, which is quite nice. And yeah, it's just, well, I can cover so much more ground with this than I could do with the heaver, just because it's a little bit bigger, you can be a bit more forceful with it. So we are going to start planting maize over here. There are 2 AD plants, anaerobic digester plants, on the island. So we're putting in 350 hectares of maize this year. Also, mainly because the wheat has also failed. Well, a lot of the wheat has failed over here. So the next best thing is to plant maize in with it. Maize looks very much like sweet corn, as I'm sure you know, but it's not edible to us. It's very nutty, rich in starch, rich in energy, whereas the sweet corn is more sugars, softer, nicer, sweeter, and all of that that stuff. So we put it in now, and then it will be ready to be chopped in probably late September, October time, where it'll then go off, get clamped into where it's going in the AD plant, and then they'll let that ferment for about 3-4 weeks, and then it's good to get put into the AD plant, where it will then start producing methane. So that is what we are doing today. It is, yeah, I mean, you just look around, it's very hilly, but you get a lot of nice views there. So I just can't get over how pretty this landscape is over here. Like, just look at that. Just moving to my next block of fields, but you'd never get bored of seeing that. So that's some of our sweet corn in there. You would have seen that from the drone. There's quite a fair bit of sweet corn over here at the moment, but it's just the views. Every field. It's kind of like I'm working on a new, on someone else's farm, because although it is part and parcel of the same company, I've never been here. So it's a bit weird, like when I'm doing my timesheets and everything, I got to look at the map for field names, which is, I haven't had to do that in 4 years. So it kind of feels like I'm a new boy on the block. But does also feel like I'm a bit of a celebrity over here, because they don't really have a tractor of this magnitude up here. I mean, you can see the track is hardly big enough for this. So I can see all the cars like slowing down. Some have even turned around and come into the field to have a look at what I'm doing. And you know, everyone's very friendly over here. They give us all a wave. A lot of the farmers down here as well, they slow right down, give us a cheeky wave. It's quite nice. Everyone on the mainland's just miserable, aren't they? You know, how many are you? If you're in a car, wave at a tractor. I bet not many of you. No, it's quite nice. It's a bit weird being this far away from home though, because normally I go back to my farm, check up on everything. Can't really do that here. Well, I just had a very interesting experience. I was going down the field, as you do, with the Sumo, and I see a wheel glide past me. That wheel just there, which happens to belong to this. Now that's going to be a bit of an issue. I mean, it should not be like that. I'll show you what it should be like. That's what it should be like. Yeah, see, that one's cold. But what's happened is that the bearing has gone and the wheel carried on going. It's a fair old walk. I'll tell you what, that was a weird experience, because it's down a hill as well, and this wheel just starts overtaking me. And I bet this weighs up. Christ. Nope, that ain't budging. Yes, that's warm. But yeah. I think that's going to stop play for the day, which is very annoying because I kind of want to get back home now. Yeah, I don't quite know how they are gonna. Well, they're gonna have to come over to me, to be honest. The guys that we rent the Challenger off, but that is just completely. I think that's going to need like a complete new unit, you know. It's not good at all. But she's done about 8,000 hours now, so she is getting on a little bit. We have been demoing a few different tractors, but look, you can see the wheel mark. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not gone well at all. Of all the places to go, and it goes on the Isle of Wight, which is the furthest point away. Ah, good. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now it's gonna be one hell of a walk back to the truck, because I now can't move that, because you can see that the track is all that tension's on that one idler now, which not ideal. So right, I better start walking back. What a place to break down. What a place. It's going so well. That is it, we are back, finally working. It has been like 2 days since we've last been over here. I did go home back to the mainland, what we call it over here, for a couple of days, just so we could get the part for the Challenger. Tell you what, that was one hell of a job though. 4.5 to 5 hours we spent trying to get that part back on, which was a bit of a nightmare, but we did it. I didn't film it because I wanted to get on, and I have a ferry to catch Monday morning, so I've got a lot of ground to cover in between then and now, so I kind of just wanted to get on with that. It really is just amazing when you get into these high horsepower tractors just how heavy these like parts are. They are ridiculously heavy. Like, I mean, if that had come off on the road and that hit a car, that car would have been a write-off. There'd be nothing left of that. It weighs a ton. Probably does actually weigh a ton, or about a ton, but yeah, that was not fun. Now I'm just a little bit dubious about the other one. so I'm not really looking forward to the 2.5 hour journey back home on that Monday. It's also actually made a little hole in the track as well. When I say little hole, I mean fairly big hole, but I've been told it's okay, so we've just got to keep an eye on it really. You can see in the distance over there where those two horses are, there's a cultivator out in that field at the moment, just breaking down those clods. So I've been in all of those fields at the moment. I think in total I've covered probably about 280 hectares in probably 6 days, which for us is actually pretty good going, because like normally with a sweet corn I'm only doing 50 acres a day, which from those drone shots you would have been able to see that there was a few more tractors in the field with me as well. So all of this is going under maize, or for maize, and all we're doing, so again, as you would have seen, I'm ripping. There was a tractor with a set of rollers, that was the red frame machine. He's going straight behind me to break up the clods and push the stones down. Then behind that roller, you would have seen the tractor with the blue cultivator that was running on the back, and all that's doing is a very similar job to what the power harrow is doing, but because the soil here is so light and sandy, it's kind of too good to power harrow. Like, you don't need to waste the time in diesel with a power harrow. So what we're doing, we're running a cultivator through it, a tine cultivator with breaker rollers on the front and back, just break up those clods. But the issue that we were having is that the stones that are here, we're getting in between that roller and just blocking up and bulldozing it. So with that, the rollers that were going in front were just helping like push that back down. So it was kind of giving the soil a bit of body for that tractor to really work the ground. Because maize kind of will grow in anything. You still kind of want to get a fairly decent tilt for it. That's because we want to get that good soil to seed contact, the best chance of germination. Guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I've just got back, so I'm now back on the mainland, back home. Just checking the bees, because we are now in the June gap. So just a heads up for anyone in the southeast, I've topped these up yesterday and they've already drunk it. So I'm just going around topping up their feed, because I do not want to be losing any colonies now. just going to be disastrous. So that's what I'll be doing for the next few hours, just going over some of the hives, just checking, see if they got enough feed, and we shall see you in the next one. I do need a haircut as well, so I might get that done today. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.